I'm trying to pin a message. I wish I could knew how to pin a message. I need to learn how to work live. But yeah, when we talk about collections, that's another part of the credit report that's kind of different than regular accounts. We dispute collections a little differently than regular accounts. So I'm trying to figure out how I pin a message. I would love to know how to pin a message. I'm sorry on Instagram Live how you work it. Somebody tell me how to pin a message. But yeah, collections easily. It's some debt collectors out there that's easy. They call it junk debt buyers. So if you see LVMH, sometimes they got Resurgent, so that's another play. So Resurgent, LVMH, same thing. Then Midland Credit, Vance, I see you. I know you hate to hear their names. Gotta hold the message. Let's see. Wow, is that how you do it? Type the comment and hold it and pin it. All right, look at y'all being helpful. I appreciate that. I'm supposed to be able to talk and do it at the same time, huh? All right, I got the comment right now. Let's see that pinning part. I don't think it's working for me like I should. There you go. Is it pin? How do I pin it? Hold it. Tell you, Instagram always make me look like my phone don't work that good every time I come on here. I'm holding that motherfucker. Yeah, that motherfucker won't work. Oh yeah, but yeah, let me tell you about these the junk debt buyers. Portfolio, Midland, LVMH, Resurgent. Those are three top ones. I see those on too many credit reports though. One of the main things that about debt collection is, their angle is to say, oh, you owe it, you owe it, you owe it. But if you realize there's another angle, do they own it, do they own it, do they own it? So the purchase agreement. If you ask them for the purchase agreement to prove that they own it, that's an easy way to get them running. So if you're doing credit repair, and we actually have a letter and a statement my mentees have where they get that in there, and then you can see those debt collectors just start running with that. So that's something to really keep in mind, to understand that they really don't want to prove that they own the debt. And then here's the thing. If you're dealing with another debt collector, in all of the cases I've seen, it's very, very rare that they are actually going to give you the purchase agreement. And then there's a thing called the bill of sale. They might try to show you a bill of sale, which may be a 1-page or 2-page document. Remember, a purchase agreement is 20 pages plus. When they purchase debt, they purchase a couple million, maybe a couple $100 million. So it's a lot of information in a purchase agreement, but they must show you that purchase agreement to prove that they own it. Usually they don't want to do that. So there go your first dispute already. If you see one of those three, Midland, Portfolio, or LVMH, they don't want to give you that purchase agreement. So that's usually what helps them run. So there you go right there in your credit repair. If you see those people, get right on it, start asking for that purchase agreement and watch them run. And then noticing always too, that if the rare case that they want to give you the purchase agreement, and keyword is rare, the rare case that they actually try to provide a purchase agreement, then now you want to challenge it on the merits. Because here's some of the things that happen in the purchase agreement. The original creditor may tell them, hey, look, I don't consent, or we don't agree to the accuracy of any of this information. So now it's like, dang, the original creditors told them they're not saying all this information is 100% accurate. How can they go collect the debt on it? So that's when you want to challenge the merits. They should have the contract from the original creditor showing what your interest rate was, what the balance was, monthly history. Like, they should have the specific details from the original creditor so they can prove that they actually own the debt, and then that the purchase agreement is right. So that's what you would call them out on the merits of the purchase agreement, if they even have it. And rarely, in my scenario, and all the times I've been doing this, I have never seen them provide a purchase agreement. Now, someone did inbox me and tell me that he got provided a purchase agreement that was like 40 or 50 pages. Then now it's like, all right, let's go in here and see what are the other details, because the creditor don't say that they verified all the information to be accurate. So, that can't be right. If they say they don't know if it's accurate, they can't be collecting on that debt. But if you don't know that, then you don't know to call them out on that. So making sure you're doing that. And then also understanding that all debt collectors actually aren't the same. So, like, if you're talking about credit card debt, that's different than you're talking about medical debt. Then if you're talking about maybe a debt collector that purchased some apartment debt, then it's all these different type of debt collectors. But these three will be the easiest to run from asking from the purchase agreement. Midland Credit, LVMH portfolio. Get to work. Y'all got a whole bunch of collections to get deleted. And then also, I like the other methods too, though, because with the refuse to pay, if you send that in writing and they respond back, you can get the account deleted and you can sue them and get a check and get the debt canceled. So I like that, the creating a violation method, because it's 3 pros in that. And then also, about the E8 method. If you send a refuse to pay and they reply, you got them there. But then if you send a refuse to pay and they don't update the credit report that you disputed the account, then now you got the E8 violation. So remember to be watching out for these things, though. And then also, you talking about refuse to pay. If they send you something back, then that's the 1692C violation. So watching out all of these different things and tools that you got on your tool belt, this is how we would approach collections. And then also, if you get in my community, the 800 Club, it's only $39.99 a month. I give you the collection letter, so you don't have to worry about that. I give you the statement that you give to the CFPB to get the items removed, and I give you the letters that we use to get the items removed. So yeah, come into the community, at least get the letters so you can get those collection agencies off. And then we also going to teach you how to build your credit once you get the negative items off. And we also going to teach you how to just get regular negative items off, not just collections. So come join the community, get access to those little things, though. I know some people are selling letters. Once you get in the community, you get access to those letters that just come with your cost. So come on. I got it 12 o'clock. Just wanted to come on here real quick. And I was seeing all this information about debt collection. I'm like, oh, these junk debt buyers is so easy. They run when you start talking about proof of owning the debt. So that's how you're approaching them with all your collections. Hey, look, I don't owe you. Please show me proof that you even own this debt. That's how it was. And then it's really that simple. I like to do it through the CFPB because the CFPB is heavy on them for doing that. So that's why you want to always call big brother or big sister out, the CFPB, which is the only bureau, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The collection agencies aren't bureaus. CFPB is the only bureau. So I like to use them, do my complaint through them. You already know, for the collection agencies. And then for collections as well, here's another thing you can do. When you order your real credit reports, the information that they report, it should be the same across all 3 bureaus. You don't look at a third party like a Credit Karma or Identity IQ only because their information is inaccurate. Sometimes it's not reliable. So you'll think you're seeing something on the credit monitoring service, and it's actually, dang, people ask all these questions. I need to scroll up the screen. You said you in the 800 Club on Credit Karma, Experian almost. Okay, that's excellent. I love to hear that. But yeah, I would say another thing too, though. When you see collections after you order real credit reports, it should be the same information across all 3. Like you'll see date open, 2/1/16, 2/10/16. The other one might have 3/10/17. That's inaccurate. You can dispute that as well and tell them, hey, look, get your story straight. On TransUnion, you're saying it's open on 2/1. On Equifax, you're saying it's open on 2/6. And then, so that's another thing you want to do too. Call them out and make sure the information is accurate across all 3 bureaus, and then make sure you're looking at your real credit report. So annualcreditreport.com. And then here's the best thing about it. You can get your annual credit report every 7 days now. So you don't even have to worry about not being able to get access to the credit report again. Every 7 days you can download. So after you do your dispute, I always say, don't go off the dispute investigation results, because if you start paying attention, you'll start seeing that the dispute investigation results that they send you, and then you pull your credit report, you're going to see that's actually different information. Yep. Now these are things to watch out for, because now you got all these different tools on your belt. And remember, a lot of people are worried. They say, oh no, they said it verified, or they didn't listen. Okay, that's okay. Because remember, if they choose to do that, they got to live with that decision. But the reason why you're disputing this way with the evidence is because if they choose to make that decision, then now you're putting yourself in position to be able to sue them and have a strong argument, because the information is clear. If you got, and that's really inaccurate reporting, and that's the real thing that the FCRA is really trying to avoid, the inaccuracies. But if we don't go in there and be detailed enough and call them out on it, then they get to continue to do it. So imagine if all of us are disputing this way, getting the evidence, filing our CFPB complaints, making sure we sending it certified, we calling out the errors, we got the credit report circled, we in detail in our letter. When we file all these lawsuits, then now they have to listen to us because we calling them out on their BS. But if we just sending in letters and not be in detail of what exactly the violation is, then we give them room to wiggle out of it. So you have to understand the best part about this dispute is if you detail in your dispute, they can't wiggle out of it. And you say, Lawrence, what is detail? Detail is being specific. Don't just say, oh, it's inaccurate reporting, things aren't right. Tell them exactly what's inaccurate. I noticed TransUnion and Experian, remember, you have to have the first day of delinquency. So that's one thing already that they never give you. So you got one error already on all your Experian and TransUnion reports right now. I just gave you one error that's on every last one of those reports. That's illegal. They can't do that. They're supposed to have the first day of delinquency. And if you go, you say, Lawrence, why are you saying it's supposed to have that? Let's bring Metro 2 back in now because I know a lot of people like Metro 2. You can't sue on Metro 2, but Metro 2 is the standard of how credit reports should look. So if you're ever curious, say, hey, what should be on a credit report? What can they report? What not to report? Metro 2 tells you that. And Metro 2 says that they have to have the first day of delinquency. And then you ask yourself, why does Equifax give it to us so easily? Because Equifax chooses to follow that part and Experian, TransUnion don't. So those are things that you're looking out for, and you want to be detailed. You say, hey, what is the first delinquency? I need this information so I can calculate how long this account should stay on my credit report. And then here's another thing to watch out for. When you see the estimated date where it says this item should stay on your report estimated into, what's estimated? And why are we estimating again? If it's supposed to be on there 7 years, then there should be a month and there should be a year on a credit report, just like you see on Equifax. When Equifax gives you that, and now you can count, but then here's the best part about Equifax giving you that. If you count from the month and the year that they give you, and that doesn't equal up to 7 years, you know what you got now? You have another dispute reason because it's inaccurate. So now you want to be able to write that in a letter in detail enough. Hey, look, Equifax, you said this is the first day of delinquency, and that's what you're looking for. It's called the first day of delinquency. What is the first day of delinquency? First day of delinquency is the first time the account went late and it never recovered. So when you see a 30-day late on there, and then you see it's at 60, 90, 120, 150, then charge up all of that, that is the first day delinquency. Now, mind you can calculate it, but it's their job to give it to you. So that's something to keep in mind too, what the first delinquency is, how to calculate it, how to use that information to your advantage to get accounts removed. Because when you are, oh shit, it's 11:59, I don't want to be late. But yeah, I'm gonna put this live on my page. Y'all look at it, use it to your advantage. That's what I'm here for.